Hello, welcome to the online finding aid of the Moravian Archives in Bethlehem. This is a short video and I'm going to explain how to find a particular collection or record group in the online finding aid. First of all, we can click on OK here in the lower right hand corner. It's a cookie message. We just confirm that. You have to know that every record group is placed on the online finding aid under a specific category. And you see the categories on the left-hand side of the online finding aid. There are categories like educational institutions, businesses, personal papers, collections, miscellaneous. First of all, if we want to find the records of the boarding school for girls in Bethlehem or the female seminary, we go to educational institutions. We click one time and there we see records of the female seminary Moravian boarding school for girls. You click on that particular record group, something happens. On the left, it opens up the categories within that record group. And on the right, in the right-hand window, you will see a general description of this record group. By clicking on the categories on the left, it will show you then eventually what records are connected to that category. Let's close this up and exit educational institutions. And now we're going to look for records from the West Indies. They are grouped under the category missions and other provinces. So when I click on that, I see various record groups listed here, and notice that they are all organized by their abbreviation, in alphabetical order by their abbreviation. For records from the West Indies, we have two possibilities. First of all, Moravian Church in the Eastern West Indies, with the abbreviation EWI, and then there's also the West Indies papers, MIS-WI. When you click on the title, it will open up the description of the record group on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, you will see the categories within the current record group. Like I said, there's also the West Indies papers. This has a much shorter description on the right-hand side, and that is not all the information has been added to the system yet. And by comparing this description and the description of the EWI, you will find out what the difference is between the two. Let's close this up. The next thing I want to find is, I heard that there are records from Wachovia, or the Winston-Salem area in North Carolina, in the archives in Bethlehem. Where would I find them? Well, they are listed under other provinces. The Moravian Church in North Carolina is part of the Southern Province. That is a different administrative unit within the Moravian Church than the Northern Province. And that's why these records are listed under other provinces. So I click on that again, and here at the bottom I find the Wachovia papers. Extensive description on the right, and then here on the left we have the various categories. Where do I find records from Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Moravian Church? Well, I go to Congregations, and in this case I have to click through a navigation tree that's organized geographically. Go to Pennsylvania, and then here is Philadelphia. When I click on Philadelphia, nothing opens up on the left, and on the right-hand side it says, this structure group does not contain any record groups. This means that there are no descriptions available online. It does not mean that there are no records at the Moravian Archives from Philadelphia. On the contrary, we have records from 5 different Moravian congregations in Philadelphia, but they have not been organized in detail and have not been uploaded to the online finding aid. If you're interested in knowing what there is from a place that's not listed here, just send us an email and we'll let you know. In this case, the records of Philadelphia 1, the first Moravian Church in Philadelphia, they have been organized, but the finding aid has not been finalized, so that's why you don't find them here online. Well, let's see what we have for Lidditz. I click on Lidditz, and I see underneath are 4 different record groups connected to Lidditz. There are the records of the Lidditz congregation, the records of the warden and Aufseher Collegium of Lidditz, the Lidditz Single Brothers Choir, and the Lidditz Single Sisters Choir. And by clicking on a record group, we can see on the left-hand side how these records are organized. And you can click your way through it, and then on the right-hand side, you can see the descriptions in short form, and just by clicking on it, it will open up and you will see more detail about this particular item. Let's close this. And I want to show you the church registers. Where do I find the church registers? Church registers are volumes that contain information on baptisms, marriages, and funerals, and a few other things. And although they come from the congregations, we did not list them under congregations, but we list them under collections. So here is the collection of church registers, and they are all organized in chronological order. So first of all, click on United States, Pennsylvania, still looking for Philadelphia, and here we have Philadelphia. And on the right-hand side, you see all the church registers related to Moravian churches in Philadelphia. They are listed here, and for example, you will see here Philadelphia 5, Philadelphia 3rd, 2nd, 1st Moravian Church, and you can find detailed information just by clicking on the item. Then when you come to the archives, you can request number 107 from the collection Church Registers. We'll be happy to bring that out to you. That's the church registers. In this category collections, you will also find memoirs. You can search for memoirs here, and when you click on memoirs, you see that there are further subcategories. For example, the memoirs from Shenek are listed here. They're all organized in alphabetical order. So here we have all the memoirs from Shenek that names starting with a G. Now I'm looking for a painting, and although the painting collection is a collection, we did not group that under collections, but we created a separate collection category, number 11, visual materials. And this category contains the record groups that have images, paintings, drawings, photographs. So the painting collection is here. And this is a nice collection because the items have been digitized, as it says here. Images available through the online finding aid. I'm looking for a portrait. Click here on portraits, and I have a list here of all the portraits that are in the collection. I'm looking for a portrait of Martha Spangenberg. Here she is. I can also alphabetize this just by clicking on the name of the column, and I scroll down to Martha Spangenberg. I click on it, and here I see a thumbnail. I click on that, and there we have Martha Spangenberg's portrait. I'm looking now for a landscape, and here on the left I open the list with landscapes, and you see here that there are some that have a camera symbol and others that don't. The ones that don't do not have a separate image file connected to them, but the ones with the camera symbol, there is a image. So I want to see Kunwald in Bohemia. I click on that. I have a nice description here. The size of the painting, title, what technique, and then when I click on it, it opens up, and with the controls here at the bottom, you can, for example, zoom in, you can change the brightness, and what's this? Contrast, I suppose. You can even invert. So there are some nice possibilities that are part of the online finding aid. Another nice collection that we have here is drawings and prints, and it contains more than 4,000 images, maps, views of places all around the world, and you see it's organized geographically. I'm looking for an image of Central Church in Bethlehem, so I go to North America first, then United States, Pennsylvania, and when I scroll down, Bethlehem is subdivided by categories, and by scrolling under Bethlehem I see Central Church, and now on the right hand side I have all the images that are grouped under Central Church. Here we have a description. It's a sketch for the design of windows in the Bethlehem Church. It's pencil and pen on paper. The creator is William Travell. And I'm going to, before I click on it and look at it, I see this here. See minutes of the Aufseher Collegium, January 21st, 1833. Well, I want to look at that too later on. That's an interesting reference to something elsewhere in our holdings. And here's the image. You can, because this one is a little bit faint, you can play around with the settings down here to make it easier to see. So I'm going back out. Again, look at this screen. So we have the detailed description here. We have the thumbnail here. And here up here, we have a summary of where are we looking. So we are looking in the grouping visual materials. The record group is drawings and prints, and then classification group North America, United States, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Central Church. And there are some other things that you can do here. You can print the record, you can add the record to your order list. You can also leave a comment here, and you can say what you have to say about this. Put your name, your email address here, and you send it off. And then it's something that we will receive. Maybe we can improve a description or whatever else you want to comment there. Thank you for watching this video. This video was about how to find a particular record group within the online finding aid.